My name is Billy Duffy. I am one of the co-founders of Anyway Protein, and I've been vegan since 2017, and I really did it for the animals. I had a trip to Poland in 2017, and I got to experience a bunch of animals. I'm from the city, so I didn't really see that. And I first went vegetarian, and then quickly went vegan short after, and not gonna look back.
How did you know it would be safe?
I didn't at first, and to be honest, I had a pretty bad diet at the beginning. I was living off of pizza when I was vegetarian, then bean burgers when I went vegan. But it wasn't until I discovered fitness that it kind of helped me take that to the next level. And it became more of a way for me to prove to people that there's all these myths about veganism, that you can be strong and build muscle on a vegan diet.
And was there a specific resource that you referenced?
I mean, YouTube is great, I watched a lot of the OG YouTube vegan influencers. Discovery, my wife was vegan before we had met, and then we went vegan together after we had met, and she had known a lot already, so she was a huge help with all of that. And yeah, just trial and error. Some stuff worked, other stuff didn't, and I'm still figuring it out, but I love it.
Any physiological, mental, or emotional changes that occurred after you went vegan?
Oh, I mean, my confidence went through the roof, but that was mainly because I was finally building a body that I felt comfortable in. I was building strength, which made me feel confident. And knowing that I was doing it without causing any harm to any animals was, the biggest motivator for me. The thing I tell people is I don't know how my fitness journey would have gone if I wasn't vegan, because I don't know. I'm just saying it's possible, it's doable, and you can have fun doing it. So don't be afraid to try. I was afraid to try. And once I did, I have no regrets.
And so originally, would you say you did it for ethical reasons?
Yeah, absolutely.
How did that come to fruition? A little more details on that.
There was always some level of guilt in the back of my mind when I ate meat, because I did know it came from an animal, but being from a big city and, being from a family of non-vegans, I just always viewed meat as like a product on a shelf. And it wasn't until I saw undercover factory farm footage, it wasn't until I actually went to a rural area and got to experience pigs, cows, chickens, for me to make the connection and finally make the decision to stop consuming animal products.
Did you have support, somebody trying to get you to do this, or were you doing it all on your own?
At first, I was all on my own. My family thought maybe it was just a phase and they didn't really think anything of it. And I kind of had to prove myself and prove how passionate I was about this. And now I'm here and I feel like I've earned everyone's support that's close to me, and it's a good feeling.
Are your family cool with it now?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, they're always constantly sending me, here's a vegan recipe you should try, here's a new product you should try. I'll come over and visit them and they'll have a bunch of vegan products that they found in the supermarket for me to try. So, I couldn't be more grateful for the support.
Could you be with somebody who isn't vegan?
Absolutely not. I mean, my wife thankfully is vegan and we see eye to eye on almost every single aspect of it. So, she was more in the environmental reasons, I was more on the ethical reasons, and we've kind of both helped each other learn. And then now, starting a protein company, we're also in it for the health and benefits as well.
Cool. Yeah, what you got there in that box, man?
Yeah, so this is our Anyway Protein bundle. So what we do things a little differently. So we try to make plant-based nutrition fun. If you've ever had plant-based protein before, it's not the most enjoyable experience, especially if you used to have whey protein before you're vegan. So what we do is we make unflavored protein, and then we have flavor powders that you can choose to customize your shakes however you want. So you can do chocolate one day, peanut butter another day, mix the two flavors, do a combo. And you also have the flexibility to just use the unflavored. If you like using it in smoothies, if you bake with it, you might not want to have a flavored protein. So this is an easy fix, so you don't have to have a cabinet full of different proteins for different reasons.
Cool. I like that name, Anyway. I guess that's just a play off of whey, right?
It's a play off of whey. It has multiple meanings. What inspired us to use this name was this mentality of they'll say you can't do it, but do it anyway. They'll say you can't get protein from plants, but do it anyway. And also the play on words with whey, you can customize your shakes any way you want it. And if you're vegan, you've been in a situation, an awkward conversation and have to change the topic by going anyway. So lots of reason behind the name.
That's good stuff. So I guess your website, what is that?
So our website is anywayprotein.com. We sell, these are our 3 products. We launched last week, so we're a brand new company based in New York, so any support would be appreciated. Share, buy some for yourself. We're starting with chocolate and peanut butter, but we're gonna have many more flavors in the future.
Do you have a favorite quote you wanna share?
I'm a big Earthling Ed fan, as you could tell by I'm wearing his merch. I don't know if it's his quote or not, but he always says, good people can do bad things. Just because you eat meat or have animal products does not make you a bad person, but it's okay to acknowledge that it's a bad thing, and that's the first step to take action and make change.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, man. Now, what's a typical day look like for you? A staple food you try to get?
Yeah, so a typical day, I mean, my wife and I are busy on this company. I'm also a musician, so I teach and I perform. I've been doing that for the past few years, and I'm kind of using this as like a career change. So I'm still doing that a bit on the side. I also love working out. I'm a power lifter, and I'm aspiring to compete by the end of this year. So, a lot of my time is spent in the gym, behind the computer working on this, and just immersing myself in the fitness community.
Mm-hmm. And what about food-wise? Like, how do you start your day off?
It depends. I mean, I am a big fan of protein powder, as you could tell. So, I'll usually do a smoothie or some protein pancakes, or, make some oatmeal and throw some protein powder in there. Or even just make a protein shake and pour it in with some cereal. That's like a nice, quick, easy breakfast for me to make, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Now, were you doing all this fitness stuff before you went vegan?
No, I was not. And actually, before I was vegan, I'm 6'2", by the way. So I was this same height, and I was 145 pounds. So I was very skinny. And I was that way my entire life, and that's something I was very insecure about, which is why I started my fitness journey anyway. And since then, now I'm about 220 pounds, pretty lean. So all of that muscle built on a plant-based diet.
Did you make it clear, like the rest of the foods that you eat throughout the day?
I mean, I eat a lot of food. It's pretty boring for the most part, just because I have to eat a lot, and I just, have to eat the same thing every day. But normally, like breakfast, lunch, snacks are the same, and then my wife and I like to do things differently for dinner. So we'll do sushi night, curry nights, nachos, taco night. That's where we have fun with our vegan food.
Do you ever find yourself kind of in a deep, dark place? Doing this for ethical reasons, it can be kind of tough sometimes, right?
Yeah, it's very tough. Even, yesterday I kind of had a little bit of a breakdown. Saw some horrible news that happened about a fire and thousands of cows being caught in that fire on a dairy farm. It's really hard. I really care a lot, and not only in person, but also, especially I have social media, and I try to preach a positive message with veganism, but there's so much hate. I get so much hate back from a lot of people. It's hard to stay positive. I also don't want to be an angry, aggressive vegan. I want to try to include people. Anyway, protein is not for vegans. It's for anyone, anywhere, anyway. That's our motto. So we're all about inclusivity, including people into this plant-based lifestyle, just trying not to create enemies, but friends, and hopefully, lead by example.
So it sounds like you deal with it by channeling that, funneling that into helping others take some sort of measures.
Yeah, absolutely. I channel it into the company, I channel it into fitness, which could be helpful because most of those emotions are aggression, and it really helps to take it out on the weights. And, and my wife obviously is a huge support. We support each other. She comes to me when she feels down, I go to her when I feel down, and I couldn't be more grateful.
And do you have any tips for the fitness side of things in regard to working out like after a meal or before you eat, or anything like that? Any tricks there? Yeah,
it's really all about personal preference. I used to intermittent fast. I did feel some benefits. I did enjoy going to the gym fasted because I felt lighter. My food from the previous night had been digested, so all my energy is going into a workout. But now, I eat a light snack before. It's really up to you. You try what works best for you. Different people have different goals. My goal is strength, so I eat a lot. Your goal might be bodybuilding, so you might cut back and cut your calories back. So it really depends on your goals and your lifestyle.
Any last minute encouraging words or tips?
Plant-based food is for everyone. Vegan food is for everyone. You don't have to be vegan to have plant-based foods. It's not one way or the other. And hopefully by allowing yourself to try and have an open mind, you might learn that it's actually a lot better than you expected, and you might make the change for good.
Well, thanks so much for your time. I'm sure you're ready to get back to your booth. Why are we here?
Oh, well, we are at the Vegan Health and Fitness Expo. The World Vegan Bodybuilding Championships is happening right now, I think. And it's just a collective of a bunch of vegan businesses here to, support a good cause and, promote a vegan lifestyle.
And the name again is Vegan Health and Fitness Expo, right?
Yeah, VHF, Vegan Health and Fitness Expo.
Yeah, and I like to say it's a bodybuilding competition too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Isn't
All
that
vegan
amazing?
bodybuilding, yeah.
Yeah, pretty amazing, huh?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'll let you get back to work, and I appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.